I'm Abby Busse, and my two words are tired and content. I grew up in a Christian household and really a Christian community, so I always believed that God existed and I always thought He was there. And I had a really good relationship with Him up through 6th grade. And then in 7th grade, I had this guy that was in a position of authority over me, so he's kind of my teacher, and I thought I had to listen to him. He told me some things about God that really changed my perception about God, and I started seeing God as a judge that just really wanted to point out my sins and condemn me for those and punish me, and I was afraid of God, very afraid of God, and I found it really hard to just love Him, and so I didn't really love Him for a long time, and I spent my entire life from 7th grade until 11th grade just striving to be the best at everything because I was going to prove that I was worthy of God's love and that I shouldn't be punished for my sins. And so I had to be the best at school and at sports, and I had to be the nicest person and have the most friends and be the best Christian, or at least act like the best Christian. And that was exhausting. It is really hard to do that by yourself and feel like you always have to be the best at everything. And so that really lasted until, like I said, my junior year of high school when I joined a new church group. It was a small group in my church. I had a new leader, and she pointed me towards the Bible. And she pointed out some of the truths in there about God and about me that just really changed my life. I remember realizing I can do nothing to gain God's love or approval, but I can also do nothing to lose God's love or approval. And that just blew my mind. That was the deciding factor. I want to follow this God that loves me in the middle of my sin and loves me no matter what. And He sent His Son down to die so that I can't be judged guilty. So He's not my judge. He is my Father, and He loves me. And so that was really the turning point, was my junior year. And I always find new ways to fall in love with God, and it is awesome. And so I really went from doing everything by myself to leaning on God and making God the center of my life. And so, I'm super competitive, so, I still try to be the best at everything, but it's not for my glory, it's for God's, and I can step back and be like, okay, that's earthly, it doesn't matter if I do lose. And so I went from being tired all the time to just being content with my life. And so those are my two words.